Well, we all heard of companies outsourcing jobs to other countries because of the high cost of doing business here in the U.S., but we found a business owner who says he's planning to bring thousands of jobs back to the United States.
Joining us now, Harley Lippman, CEO and founder of Genesis 10. Such a dramatic name, Genesis 10. But your whole idea has been that you can bring jobs here to the United States and get more for your money. What is this based upon, though, and how are you going to bring back 2,000 jobs in 2013 when the landscape's a little iffy right now?
Well, a number of years ago, it made a lot of sense to send jobs offshore, perhaps, because of the cost savings, but that's not true anymore. Now, you have wage inflation in places like India, which is the epicenter of where a lot of the IT work is being done by corporate America. You have productivity issues, you have turnover. When you analyze all the indirect and hidden costs, it's actually cheaper to do the work here in the United States.
Unbelievable. By the way, one thing that's not listed there is intellectual property rights are not, shall we say, as respected over there as they are here. Is that an issue for you?
It is, and that's where regulators come in. Increasingly, regulators are concerned that data overseas, especially personal information, financial information, is not as protected. And we're just waiting for a tsunami to happen because at some point, there's going to be a real problem with that. And here in the United States, you have far greater protection.
We still have a pretty elevated unemployment rate, and there are a lot of people watching right now who either are out of work or would like to find a new job that might be better paying. You say possibly 2,000 jobs coming back to the U.S. What kind of jobs are these? Are they decent paying jobs, Harley? What do they entail? What kind of skills?
There are all kinds of skills relating to technology, from business analysts, project managers, help desk, anything that deals with technology. We can hire people in the United States and we can do the work. And there are a lot of studies that show that the productivity is higher here as compared to places offshore like India and China, and especially the communication skills. You have offshore, you have what we call language nuance issue. If you ever gotten on the phone, you can't quite get their accent and all the problems with that. And from an IT perspective, all the rework that has to be done for that. So here, if you have Americans here, they understand culturally American business, and they can communicate better, and their productivity is higher.
Well, there are a lot of places you can go to work or to move your manufacturing industries in the United States. I'm wondering what kind of local incentives from states you look for. You see a lot of states, for example, going into the right to work state of being, in which they say will attract businesses. Does that sort of thing work for folks like you, or is it more direct tax incentives? What attracts you to the state?
States have been very helpful in helping companies like mine, Genesis 10, in providing the right incentives so that we help bring jobs.
Specifically, what do you look for? Because there are a lot of states wondering how they could appeal to people like you.
As long as you can maintain employment for people for a longer period of time, that's what they're looking for.
Look at this. You build facilities. We've got the map right here. But are you scaling that back if we appear to fall off the fiscal cliff even for a short time? How is that affecting your psychology?
Not at all. More and more jobs are coming back here. This is the wave. We started this 4 years ago. And just great examples, General Electric. General Electric was a harbinger of going work offshore. Right. And now most of their IT work has been brought back, and they're doing the work here in the United States. So that's a clear example among General Motors, among many other corporations, where the trend is to do the work here, and this is where they're going to get greater value in terms of productivity and in terms of cost savings.
You know, people forget that 18% of all the world's manufactured goods are produced right here in the United States. That's still a big chunk.
No, absolutely. And in terms of innovation and in terms of value, this is where it is. And I think companies are also sensitive to reputational issues. The number one issue in the United States is still job creation. And where they're shipping jobs offshore, I think shareholders and customers are making boards more and more aware that creating jobs in this country is really the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. So you have that working as well as in the momentum in bringing jobs back here.
Well, it's good business for now. And Harley Lippman, you're running it. Genesis 10, thank you so much.
Stuff,
well, thank you
very much.
Happy holidays.
Continued success. Okay.